So trigonometric ratios, or sometimes you can call it trigonometry, as in trigonometry. All right. Now, when we talk about trigonometric ratios, the four basic trigonometric ratios that we have are sine, cosine, and then tangents. All right, and tangent. These are the three the basic one. They are more than this, but this is just the beginning for this level. So we'll not go beyond this for this level. Now, before we go into how to do all this, you must understand the concept under triangle. We can't do it without understanding the basic concept of right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. So why is it a right angle triangle? Because it has a right angle. And a right angle is 90 degrees, which is this square corner that we have here. This square corner here is a right angle, and it's equal to what? 90 degrees. So when you have this, it is only when you have a right angle triangle that you can apply the concept of sine, cosine, and tangent. Now, before we go there, so under this right angle triangle, we need to learn some other things there. What are those things? Now, this side, so let me label this side A, the angle A, B, C. I hope you are with me.
Yes.
All right. Now, the side that is facing angle 90 degree is called hypotenuse. It's called hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Please take note of the spelling. It's not hippopotamus, it's hypotenuse. Good. That is first one. Then second one is that, you know, out of the three angles that we have on this right angle triangle, we have no one. It remains these two. All right. Now, whichever one we are considering out of the two will determine the name we are going to give to the remaining two angles. Which angle, whichever one that we are considering out of the remaining two angles will determine the names of the two angles, the remaining two sides, rather, of the remaining two sides. Now, if I'm considering this angle here, let me use this color blue. If I'm considering this angle here, the side that is facing this angle theta here will be opposite. All right. Why the last one, the last side here will be what? Adjacent. Adjacent. Will be adjacent. All right. But if I'm considering this angle, let's say this angle, the other angle is better. So the side that is facing it will become what? Opposite. All right. Why this will become what? Adjacent. But it's the only one that is constant is hypotenuse. It cannot change because it is the side that is facing angle 90 degree, and it is the longest side in the right angle triangle. You know, I said in a right angle triangle, not in all triangles, because I can have another triangle like this. This is another triangle. All right, this is another triangle. So this triangle is not a right angle triangle. So I cannot say this is hypotenuse. I cannot say that this is hypotenuse. This would be totally wrong. This is totally wrong because this side is not facing angle 90 degrees. But this is not, this is greater than 90 degrees.
Mm.
Is that understood? So that is very, very important. The understanding of this basic concept, then we make you to understand these three ratios very well. Very well. So that's the first thing you need to understand. Any question before we proceed?
No.
No, good. So having known this, we now go to the ratios one by one. Go to the ratio one by one. Now, the first one is sine. Sine. And the short form of it is to write S-I-N. It is not sin. You still call it sine. You still call it sine. So we are going to use it with angle. We always use it with angle. I'll still tell you when to apply the, because we are going to come up with some kind of formulas now, and it's going to be very easy. So, okay, before this, let me clean this. This sine, sine, cosine, and tangent, we have acronyms that we're going to use for them. And the first one is so. The second one is ka, and the third one is toa. So you will see that the first acronym is starting with S. The second acronym is starting with C, and the third one is starting with what? T. So the first one, which is S, means sine theta equals to, so that this S, it means sine theta. Then O here means opposites all over hypotenuse. That is so here. You know, I've explained opposites and I've explained hypotenuse. Oh, all right. Then for the car, you should be able to guess what car should be now. Madam Josephine, you should be able to,
Yes.
yeah, guess that's going to be cos theta equals what? What's it going to be?
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
Well, that's good. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So I was shorten the hypotenuse to be hype. Then for the toa, it will be tan theta equals to what? Opposite over adjacent. So that's all. So everything you want to learn under trigonometric as a basis is this. It will not go beyond this. Now, let me not tell you this. When to use all this, how to use them is the next thing. Any question before we proceed? No question. Now, so the next thing is when to use. When to use SOHCAHTOA. When to use SOHCAHTOA. When to use SOHCAHTOA. When to use SOHCAHTOA. Now, first one, to find angle. To find what? Angles. That's first one. Two, to find angle. Okay. To find angle, don't let me disturb you much on it. I don't want to write much on it so that you know, say, how am I going to memorize this? No, there's no need. But that will start with C. Then to find size. To find size. Okay. How? How? The next is how. So this how, we use example to do that. We use example to do that. Now, the first one, let's have this. Okay, example one. Example one. Find x in the figure below. In the figure below. Find x in the figure below. And here is it. All right. You are given this. You have to find the value of x. You have to find the value of x. So the first thing you need to do is to label the side. So what I'm going to do now, we are going to label, you are going to tell me the side, the name of this size now. So which one is opposite? Which one is opposite?
5 centimeter.
Why is it the opposite?
Because we're looking for x.
Okay. What did I tell you? When you want to get the opposite, what are you going to consider? Now, okay, the first thing you are going to do is, which angle are we considering here? Which angle are we?
Okay. The angle we are considering,
Hmm.
I don't know, because there are 2 angles and we are looking for it.
Okay, which angles? Tell me the angles we have there now that we are given, that we
We
know.
have 98.
Yeah. So we have 90 and 58, which means we are considering 58. Since the third one is not given, we don't have any issue with the third one. So the side that is facing the angle we are given, which is 58, is where?
Okay, is opposite.
That is BC. That is line BC.
BC.
So this is the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So which one is adjacent?
Adjacent is 5
Yeah,
AB.
AB. That's correct. And hypotenuse is what?
Like AC.
AC. That is X. This is hypotenuse. Good. You see, that should
I
be
want to
okay. Ask.
so when you are giving such a question, you just ignore the x first and look for the angle that was given.
Yes.
Does it always have to be that way?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So the purpose for that is for you to label the size, because without labeling the size, there's nothing you can do. If you don't know the name of the size, if you mislabel the size, you get it wrong automatically. So that means that is the reason why understanding it is very, very important. Without understanding how to label the size, so it will be difficult for you to get the answer correctly. So that is that.
Okay.
Having said that, so we have labeled the size. Now it now remains, how do we now determine which of the so, ka, twa to use to solve this problem? Is it going to be so? Is it going to be ka? Is it going to be twa? That is the next thing we are going to do. Now, we have labeled the size. We are
Yes.
looking for x, and x is what? Hypotenuse. So we now look
Mm-hmm.
for the SOHCAHTOA. Which of the 3 of them has hypotenuse? H, that is so has hypotenuse. All right. And K has hypotenuse. Are you with me? So
Yes.
it is between so and K. So which means twa won't be the one you are going to use. That is the first one. Then the second one is that which the other side we are given. Which side are we given? We are given 5 centimeters, and that is what? Adjacent. So which of these two has adjacent?
Adjacent is car.
Is car. So which means we are making use of car. We are making use of car to solve this problem. We are not going to write using car. So which means cos theta equals to adjacent all over hypotenuse. All right. So cos, so the theta here is the angle we are considering. That's cos 58 degrees. Equals to adjacent, which is 5. Hypotenuse is x that we're looking for. It has turned to equation, right? So this cos
Yes.
theta, we now go to our calculator. We go to our calculator, go and find cos theta. Do you have calculator?
No.
You
I'll
don't.
buy.
you buy. That is, do you have four-figure table?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. All right, so that's what you are going to do. You buy calculator and four-figure table. Because I'm going to, because there's no way you are going to do this unless if you know how to use calculator on your phone, science calculator, if your phone has science calculator. But it has, but you might not know how to use it. I can show you how to going to use it. So, but let's continue. Can you see my calculator?
Yes, I can see.
All right, so I'll just press 58. Then I'll go to trigonometry. You can see trigonometry here. So it is car. I'll just press cos to give me my answer. And the answer is 0.52991. So it is called four-figure table. So you are going to stop at 4 digits after the decimal point. So that means going to be 0.5299. So that means 0.5299 equals to 5 all over x. All right? Equals to 5 all over x. Good. So the next thing is that we want to find the value of x. This has turned to equation involving fraction. So what we're going to do is we multiply to cancel out the fraction. We multiply both sides by what? X. So times x times x. So this will be 0.5. Let me use another color. Times x times x. This is 0.5299x equals to this, cancel this, equals to 5. It is x I'm looking for. I will also divide both sides by 0. I will divide both sides by 0.5299. 0.5299. So that means this will cancel this. Therefore, we then have x equals to, I can then go back to my calculator and say 5 divided by 0.5299. It's going to give me the answer. So that means x is equal to 9.4357. 9.4357. So this means x is equal to 9.4 centimeters. Approximately 9.4 centimeters. Understood?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, I think I'm getting it.
So I'm going to give another example. So I want us to touch the three ratios. So then I'll give you work. Then though you don't have four-figure table, but I'll give you I'll help you check the four-figure table so that to help you to get the answer. Maybe you have calculator on your phone.
I think so.
You think so?
I have. Yes, I have.
You have.
I have.
You should have, but you might not know how to use it. You might not know how to use it. Okay, I'm coming. I want to get the question. So let's look for another question. So example 2. Example 2. So we have this. This one you're going to tell me, I will be asking you to be telling me please. So here, we want to find x as well here. So what are we going to do? First, what's the first method? What's the first step? Step 1. So let me
Consider the angles given.
okay, the angle given, which is 43. All right.
Yes.
Next,
Then label the size.
label the size. So yeah, let's start labeling the size. So what is x here? X is what?
Oh.
I can't tell you.
Opposite.
Opposite. Fantastic. So what is this side here? The one below.
That is adjacent.
Wow. Yeah, fantastic. So the last one is what?
Hypotenuse.
That's very, very correct. Great. So which of the so, ka, chua are we going to use? Tell me which one.
So we are looking for X, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, wait.
I'm not going anywhere. We have less than 10 minutes. Sit with it.
Okay, we are given 7 centimeter. That's the height.
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Yes.
Okay.
So which one has it? We have so and ka.
Okay.
Okay. Then what else?
So that is so and ka. So which one? X is what you are looking for. So which of these so and ka that has opposites? Because that is what you are looking for.
Yes. Which of the so and ka is so?
So which one are you making sure? So
Yes.
we are using. So we are not using this, we are not using this. So using so. So that means sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Right? So that means sine 43 degrees equals to opposite. What's the opposite here? X. So we're going to put X here. Hypotenuse is 7, we put 7 in. So the same thing, we go back to calculator, press 43 and press sine. So that gives us 0.68168199. So we're going to approximate. So that's going to be 0.61 68. Okay, this is going to be 66820, because what we have there is 0.68199. So we want to stop at this place. We add 1 to this, that will give us 10. We write 0, we carry 1 to this place, that will be 286.0. That's why we have this equals to x all over 7. So the next thing to do, we want to cancel out the fraction. So we'll multiply both sides by 7. So in that case, this 7 cancels 7. Then x equals to 7 multiplied by 0.6820. So then give us, we go back to calculator, 7 times 0.6820. So that gives us 4.77. So 4.774. So approximately x is equal to 4.8 centimeters. It's becoming interesting, but
No.
hmm?
Mm.
What is no there? It is. It is.
I want to ask a question. This place where we have 0.68220 over 1 equal to x. Before you multiply both sides by that step, before you multiply both sides by 7,
Yes.
is it possible for you to cross multiply
Exactly. You can
at
do,
that point?
yes, you can cross multiply. You can do
Okay.
you can do that.
Okay.
Can we move on?
No. Please let me copy it.
Okay.
Okay, we can go on.
Okay. So let's look at the last example. Then I'll now give you work to do. Actually, we cannot finish it today. All right. So we'll finish it tomorrow. God's will. So all right. So here is another example. Example 3. So let's do that is A, B, C. All right. So what's the first step? Please, we have less than 5 minutes. We have to be very fast so that we can cover this. I'm waiting.
We have 72
Degree.
degree.
Okay. So
So
what will be the
yes.
where is the adjacent hypotenuse?
Why is the opposite?
Correct. Yeah, correct. Uh-huh.
Adjacent is 5.
That's correct. And then the last one,
And then is yes.
hypotenuse. So which one of the SOHCAHTOA so we can
Then we look for, or we could to what is given. Adjacent is given
okay? So this one has adjacent,
as
this one has adjacent. So cannot be the answer. It's between this and this. Okay, continue.
yes. And then we are looking for y.
Which is what?
Abby.
Yes. Which is opposite.
Yes.
So which one? Is it car or toa? Which one?
Toa at
That is toa. So you are
toa.
making use of toa. Yeah, correct. So using toa. Using toa. So in that case, we're going to have tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. So that is tan 72 degrees equals to opposite here is 1 and the adjacent is 1. So we just find the value of tan, that is 72, then so that gives us 3.0777, 0.0, sorry, something, 0.777 equals to y over 5. So we can make this one over 1 and cross multiply. So that means y times 1 is going to be y equals to 5 times 0.0777. So we go to our calculator. So 5 times 0.0777. So that gives us y. So y, the value of y is 0.3880. 0.3885, which is approximately, so y is equal to 0.4 centimeters. That is the answer. So this is, we're going to stop here now. Then I will send you questions which you are going to submit today. Please, you're going to submit it because the meeting will end soon. So while you are doing it, then we will be uploading the video. then you submit your assignment, then you correct it, and you call it again and move to the next step, next stage.
Okay.
I will send it to you on WhatsApp.
All right. No problem. Thank you.
Welcome.